Alright, so Super Dragon Ball Heroes episode 44 already came out 2 days ago, the 1st of September. Now, the manga has came out, and in this video, we're gonna go ahead and go over the whole entire manga chapter and what happened between Bardock and Jiren. Coming to you right after this intro. This video's coming, shout out go to Dax, who says, dude, you the man. My week is complete hearing this. Now, if you want to be shouted out in the next video, all you have to do is watch this video to the very end. Of course, leaving a like, being subscribed to the channel, but most importantly, leaving a nice comment for me to read. So this chapter starts off exactly where it left off with the previous chapter, Jiren staring down Bardock. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, most of this chapter is action. There's barely any dialogue at all. As you can see, Bardock is the one that's making the first move, attacking Jiren while in base. I want to assume that Bardock can sense power levels, but then again, he is the dad of Goku, so maybe he want to test out his power by going into different levels, starting from base. And to say this does nothing to Jiren, he's dodging all of Bardock's attacks, literally no problem at all. After Bardock finishes these flurries of kicks, he jumps back and he immediately fires Ki Blast, to which Jiren dodges those as well. But Jiren finally makes the first move by actually getting in Bardock's face, punching him into a nearby mountain. In that mountain, Bardock must realize that he gotta take it a step farther, so he transforms into a Super Saiyan. Now, I don't know if this is Super Saiyan 2, it looks like it is because of the hair, the way it's spiked up. Plus you have sparks of electricity around them, so I'm gonna assume that this is Super Saiyan 2. Coming back down like a missile, and some sort of attack on Jiren, but Jiren still dodges it, leaving him just punching the ground. I like the way Bardock fights because even though he missed that attack on the ground, he still tried to retaliate real quickly by Ki Blasting Jiren while he was already dodging the first attack. So pretty much at this point, Jiren is really showing up base Bardock, Super Saiyan 2 Bardock at this time. Jiren at this point is still on the defensive, but he decides to send one punch again towards a Super Saiyan 2 Bardock, and it sends him into the mountain again. While in that crater, Bardock charges up a huge energy beam, shooting it directly towards the Universe 11 warrior. Jiren, just like he did in the Tournament of Power, just pretty much holds the blast with one hand like it's nothing. And this alone is shocking the world out of Bardock. Right at that moment, Jiren actually deflects the blast out the way, comes back into Bardock's face, and rocks him again, giving this dude a 4-piece combo. Gut punches, jabs, and a hammer strike. Dude literally got Bardock laying on the ground, sitting on the ground, not knowing what to do. His black cape at this point is tearing and shredding off, so he rips it all the way off. He releases his full power for Super Saiyan 2. He's still in Super Saiyan 2 at this point, powering up so ferociously. He's stepping, you can see the electricity sparks coming off his feet. They charge back in, and this time Bardock is putting a little bit more push into this fight. He's actually pushing Jiren back. And they go in for this huge clash with their fist. Shortly after that, it looks like Bardock released the pressure off his hand, causing Jiren to go flying towards the ground. Then that opportunity, that opening to try to kick him. Jiren is too fast for this. He still blocks his kicks. He's still blocking his punches. Another thing, if you look at these images, Jiren has no expression on his face. So at this point, he's not trying. Once again, Bardock goes for this huge energy attack on Jiren, right in his face, right on his chest. I don't know if that's a shocking like attack because there was no explosion, there was no debris. I'm thinking that maybe that attack was meant to shock his opponent. Nonetheless, the aftermath of that was nothing. Jiren is just sitting there, looking down on Bardock. This kind of reminds me of Goku fighting Jiren for the first time in the Tournament of Power. Bardock at this point is dumbfounded. Bardock is immediately thrown, smashed into the ground by Jiren. This truly is not a fight at all. It's one-sided so bad. Jiren looks at this and turns around. It reminds me every time he defeated somebody in the Tournament of Power and he turns around and says it's over. But a big gust of wind happens again and Bardock is back standing up. This makes Jiren turn his head, and in the clouds and the smoke we see a figure. See an image of the dark version of Shenron from the Dark Star Dragon Balls. Bardock has finally decided to use his very full power, which is Super Saiyan 3. See sparks of dark black electricity. Now we treat it to the image of Super Saiyan 3 Bardock in the manga. Now we already seen the promotional anime and he looks good on both of them. Jiren turns around, he sees the power increase and looks like his body is rattled a little bit. They both power up and they go in for this huge clash with their fist. But somebody interrupts the fight. A huge beam flies down right in between them. We see a familiar logo on the shirt. It's Goku. He has arrived on planet Vegeta. Meanwhile, the scene then switches over to planet Namek. The Namekian warrior in black seems to be evading some sort of attack who's coming from either Gohan or Piccolo. The last image then shows us that this was actually Gohan manipulating that energy to follow that Namekian warrior in black. Piccolo has a bad feeling, and this is when the dark Namekian warrior reveals himself to be Piccolo. But nonetheless, he also has the small time fairy. So it looks like in the manga, the Namekian warrior in black Piccolo has the time fairy. In the anime, it's the ice goddess or princess, that girl, who actually has the time fairy there. So this manga is really heating up. I mean, we finna have the battle between the current Supreme Kaiotime and the former Supreme Kaiotime Ios. In the anime, have not seen the fight between the Namekian warrior in black against Gohan and Piccolo in the anime yet, so we still have yet to see that. We've seen Gohan go down, we've seen Bardock get defeated in the promotional anime just now. The Ice Warrior, she kind of been defeated, but now she's kind of switching roles because she wants to protect Yamcha. So I don't know what's really going on with that. She hasn't yet to really be defeated. Otherwise, in the anime, Gohan has been defeated. Bardock has just started his real battle and Goku just arrived. So that battle's just now starting. And the Ice Warrior has not been defeated in the manga either. So manga's gonna have to catch up a little bit. The next video on the channel will probably be about the translations once I get translations for this manga chapter. It just came out today, so that's why I don't have translations right now at this moment. In between these videos, I will still continue to go over the older manga chapters. Right now we are in the Big Bang Mission arc. There is a series on the channel of me going through that whole story, a whole playlist. I will leave it down in the description below. Let me know what you think about this manga chapter, from 1 being trash to 10 being the best thing you've seen. I'm gonna give this one a 10. I like the fact to see Bardock actually use these type of moves and go against Jiren, which Jiren pretty much decimated this guy. He really stood no chance at all. Let me know what you think. 1 out of 10. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on those post notifications. That way you can be reminded every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.